friends, welcome back to my channel where we learn dentistry in a easy way. Today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is Applegate's rules. Applegate's rules are very important along with Kennedy's classification. If you know these two topics, you can classify any partially edentulous arches in a very easy manner. If you did not follow my previous video on Kennedy's classification, I'll be sharing link in description. So please follow it and please watch my video till the end. Applegates has given 8 rules. Before proceeding with these rules, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you will be receiving notifications as soon as I upload my new video. The rule 1 here is classification should follow rather than preceding any extraction. Whenever a patient comes to you with this kind of an arch, and this is the edentulous area, and you classify it as a class 3, and if you give the classification it as a class 3, the treatment plan will be done according to this class 3 only. And afterwards, when you see these two teeth are going for extraction, hence the classification changes automatically, because this is the unilaterally edentulous area which is present posterior to the remaining natural teeth. Hence this is nothing but the class 2. Hence the classification changes. So always remember, the classification should follow rather than preceding any extraction of the teeth. Okay. Here the rule 2. If a third molar is missing and not to be replaced, it is not considered in the classification. See here, the third molar is missing and we are not going to replace this third molar. Hence it is not considered it in classification. The classification will be class 4 because the anterior teeth are missing. Okay. Hope you remembered my Kennedy's classification. If you did not follow that video, please watch that video first. I'll be sharing the link in description. The rule 3. If third molar is present and it is used as an abutment tooth, it is considered as in the classification. Okay, here the third molar is present and it is used as an abutment teeth. Hence it is considered in the classification. The classification now will be class 3 because the natural teeth are present both anterior and posterior to the edentulous area. Rule 4 here. If a second molar is missing and not to be replaced, it is not considered in the classification. As you can see here, this second molar is missing and we are not going to replace it, then the classification will be class 3. Rule 5 here. The most posterior edentulous area will determine the classification. You can see the most posterior edentulous area is nothing but these two areas which are posterior to the remaining natural teeth. Hence this will be determining the classification. So the classification would be class 1 because bilaterally edentulous area present remaining posterior to the remaining natural teeth. And the area which are present other than this of determining the classification will be considered as a modification. The rule 6. The edentulous areas other than those of determining the classification are modifications. You can see here, these are the areas which are determining the classification. It is a class 1, okay, bilaterally edentulous area. And the areas which are present other than this determining the classification are considered as a modification. I think you got a clarity here. Here the rule 7, the extent of modification is not considered, only the number of additional areas you consider. Okay, you are not going to count the here number of teeth missing. Only you are going to see how many edentulous areas are present other than those of determining classification. Here this area is missing, these teeth are missing. Hence the classification will be class 2 because unilaterally edentulous area present posterior to natural teeth. This is class 2 and this is one edentulous space present. Hence class 2 modification 1. We are not going to count here the teeth, number of teeth. We are going to count only number of edentulous areas present. Now the last rule, there can be no modification areas in class 4 arches. You can appreciate it clearly. The class 4 arches are the teeth which are lost most anteriorly. Okay, if any missing tooth are present, that will be obviously posterior to this area, hence that will be determining the classification. Hence the result is there can be no modification areas in class 4 arches. Always remember it. Okay, if you say a arch is a class 4, then there is no option of saying class 4 modification 1, 2 or anything else. Okay, only class 4 means class 4, no modifications. Here we come to an end of this today's video. Hope you followed all the 8 rules. Soon inshallah I will be posting MCQs on this topic, so be ready to answer all. Watch both the videos. I'll be sharing the link in description for Kennedy's classification. If you want any topic to be done by me, please mention it in comments box. Sure, I'll be doing that topic for you. Stay home, be safe, keep learning with Dent Learning. Let's meet a new day with a new topic. Until then, stay tuned. Bye bye.